I've been underestimated by people who only measure noise. They mistook my silence for a surrender. They saw patience and called it weakness, saw restraint and called it fear. But I was learning the terrain, mapping every fault line, understanding pressure before it understood me. You watch, waiting for a collapse, but pressure doesn't scare me. It introduces me to myself. I didn't break when the weight came down, didn't fold when you pushed me around, I bet, but I came back stronger. I stood when the nights got longer. You can test my limits, move the ground, but I didn't break. I built from the sound, but I didn't break. I built from the sound.
Yeah, there were moments I almost believed you, almost accepted the smaller version you preferred, almost apologized for taking up space, but something inside me refused the edit, refused the rewrite, refused the quiet erasure of who I am. I don't need permission to endorse. Skies undamaged, the documentation. I didn't break.
Survive what you haven't said.
I've sat in rooms where I wasn't wanted, smiled at tables that hoped I'd falter. I've heard whispers dressed as advice, be realistic, know your place. But I've seen what happens when you accept a smaller life. It fits, but it suffocates. You don't get to narrate my endurance, to claim my restraint. I survived storms you never saw. I rebuild quietly without applause. Strength isn't shouting, it's showing up again and again, again. Let it press, let it test, let it try to take my breath. I've been forged in quieter flames, I've been shaped without the fame. You think this moment is my end, it's just the part where I ascend. I didn't break when the ceiling fell, didn't crack under your spell. I rose from the fracture line, turn pressure into spine. You can down me loud, you can it loud, you can stand your ground. That's the part you miscalculated. What if the fear isn't failing? What if the fear is arriving and finding nothing there? I've been chasing a version of myself I've never met, shaking hands with expectations I didn't set. Every mirror feels like an audition, every compliment feels conditional. They say you're next, like it's a promise, like it's not pressure. Wearing a smile, not like I'm ready, I'm not sure I am. How do you claim without losing your name? How do you wait
I taste it almost, it's addictive. Close enough to touch, far enough to hurt. I've heard applause before it happened. Practice my smile for rooms not built yet, but ambition is loud and doubt is patient. It waits for 3 a.m. when confidence goes offline, asking who are you without the spotlight. Oh, what if success isn't elevation but erosion?
Was it chasing air? Was I building castles no one else can see there? If I don't explode into something bright, do I disappear from their sight? If I don't become it, if I don't transform, am I still whole without the storm? Push, prove, move, improve. But who am I when there's nothing left to remove?
I've sacrificed sleep for versions of me that might never exist. Skip meals with peace to sit at tables that barely noticed I'm there. I told myself this is growth, but growth shouldn't feel like disappearing.
I don't wanna wake up successful and unrecognizable. Hey, babe, becoming isn't the point. Maybe the pressure was never the voice. Maybe I don't need to expand to be valid. Maybe I don't need to be louder to matter. What if the wind is staying intact? What if the power is wanting myself back? Strip the metrics, kill the race, silence the crowd in my brain. If they leave when I slow down, were they ever mine to begin with now?